Okay, this is the chapter 6 probability. The we have main definitions like experimental. This is the process, and we have the result from this process called outcomes. For example, experimental to follow the die or select student from session and someone. Okay, the outcome, this is the result from experiment. For example, if like this here, if we have rolling a die, okay, we have 6 result or 6 outcome. Each one of this called outcome. When rolled the die, maybe appear on the top 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. This is called outcome. All the outcome called sample space. The sample space, the set contain all the outcome. Okay. In our example, the sample space, usually put it as sample space, capital S, capital letter S equal 1, 2, 3, 4. This is contain the sample space, contain all the outcome. Okay. If we rolling the, for example, the coin, we have 2 outcome, head or tail, H or T. Okay. The event, this is we need to select some elements or some outcome from the sample space. For example, the event is appear odd number. Odd number, we have maybe 1 or 3 or 5 from the experiment of rolling the die. Okay, like this. This is the event. Or the event, if we are rolling 2 dice, the sum of them equal 5. Or rolling 1 die, the event less than 4. The number appear less than 4. This is the event. Now consider the experiment. We have rolling 2 die. 2 die. The first die, we have 6 outcome. The second die, we have also 6. 6 multiply 6, so we have 36 outcome. We have 36 outcome. Like this, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, and so on. 2, 6, 6. Okay, this is the sample space, 36 element in the sample space, or 36 outcome in the sample space. Okay, from experiment of rolling 2 dice. Now, for example, if we have the event, the sum of 7 turn up. The sum of 7, and if we have 2 die, and the sum equals 7. This is equal the outcome or the element from sample space. We have maybe 1 and 6. This is the sum 7. Okay. المقصود في كل النواتج، لا الاوتكمز اللي هي النواتج الممكنة. اوكي، نعم النواتج الممكنة. All of outcomes, okay, if we put it all outcomes in the set, this is called sample space, الفضاء. اوكي، فضاء العينات او العيني، هذا بنسميه السامبل سبيس. Now return. We have also 6, 1. 2, 5, 5, 2, 3 and 4, and 4 with 3. This is all outcomes that the sum of two rolling two dice and the sum appear on the top equal 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outcomes. The sum equal 12. The sum equal 12. We have 6 and 6 only. We have one element, one outcome. Okay. The sum less than 4. Less than 4. This is equal 4. No. Less than 4. Yani the sum equal 1 or 2 or 3. So this is equal. The outcomes of this event equal 1 and 1. 1 and 2. 1, 3 not included because this is equal 4, not less than 4. Now return to 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 5. So no needed. 3, 3, 1 equal 4. So we have only 3 elements or 3 outcomes in the event number C. Any question? Any question? Okay. The probability of events, if we have the sample space and the sample space contain the sets A1, A2, A3 event, okay? So the probability, this is B, not A. This is B, B of A. B of A, okay, B of the probability of any event A must be greater than or equal 0 or less than or equal 1. The probability not equal negative and not greater than 1. Okay, equal 0, yes. How can equal 0? And for example, if we are rolling one die, the sample space equal 1, 2 to 6, and the event A equal number or event equal 7. This is impossible. So the probability of A equal what? Equal 0, because this is impossible event. Impossible event, the probability equals 0. Okay. Sometimes the probability equal 1. If A less than or equal 7, for example, less than or equal 7, this is equal 1. Why? Because when rolling one die, all the number less than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is sure the number appear less than 7. 1 means this is 100% is event must be okay. Okay. So the probability in general greater than or equal 0, less than or equal 1, but not negative, not greater than 1. If we add all events, if the events independent or the intersection between them, equal 5, so the probability of all event must be equal 1. Okay. P of S, yani the probability of the sample space must be 1. Probability for empty or phi, empty set or phi must be equal 0. Okay. Now, the example, a balance a balanced coin is tossed 3 times. So we have 3 times. The first time we have 2 faces, 2 faces. The second, the third, 2 faces. So how many outcomes? We have 8 outcomes. 8 outcomes. Okay. So the sample space have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outcomes. Head, head, head. Head means H means head, or T means tail. So the any coin have the face H or tail. H or tail. We have 2 faces only for each coin. Now, what is the probability that at least one head occur? One head occur, يعني يظهر one head. This means the event A, this is event A, at least one head occur. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the last event, this is we don't have H head. But in the 7 event, we have H. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the probability of A, because this is the intersection between them, is intersection between each event or element of outcomes equal 5. So the probability of A, the first one, we have 1/8. 1/8, the number of 8. Okay. The second, we have one outcomes over all outcomes 8, and so on. So the probability equal 7/8. Why? Because the number of event 7, okay, number of event, and the 8 is number of sample space. Okay, any question? If we need the probability that we have 2 head occur, 2 head, if we need the probability that 2 head occur, the probability of A equal what? The sample space 8. 2 head, how many 2 head? How many outcomes have 2 head? 1, 2, 3, just 3. So we have 3/8. Okay. Good, Rawan. Omar, we have just 3. Okay. We don't have 4. 2 head. We have 3 element over all sample space equal 8. So we have 3/8. Any question? Look at the second example. Example, a die is loaded in such way that an even number is twice as likely to occur an odd number. And for example, here we have a die, but we have, for example, more than faces, not 6 faces. Because the even number, for example, even number 2, maybe have 2 faces for 2. 6 also even. The 6 have 2 faces, and so on. Okay. So if E is even the number less than 5, okay? So the E less than 5. Less than 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the E. The sample space equal what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The die have 6 numbers only. Any die have 6 number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the even less than 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to find probability of E. Probability of E such because the one odd we have 1W or 1A or 1C or 1S, no problem. Okay, or 1E, one event. Okay, 2, because this is even, we have 2 even. Because the twice, the even number, twice likely, يعني هو ضعف الodd number. Number 3, 1E. Number 4, 2E. Number 5, 1E. Number 6, 2E. So, if we need to sum all the events, probability of S equal what? Probability of 1 that equal 1E. Probability of 2, 2E. 1E plus 2E plus 1E plus 2E. All of these equal what? Equal 1. How many E here? We have 9E equal 1. So the E equal what? 1 over 9. Now, if we need to find the probability of even E, this is equal probability of 1 plus probability of 2 plus probability of 3 plus probability of 4. This is equal probability of 1 equal what? Equal 1 over 9 because this is the 1E. Probability of 2 equal 2E, and 2 over 9 plus 1 over 9 plus 2 over 9. All of these equal 6 over 9. Or after simplify, we have 2 divide over 3. We have 2 divide over 3. We have 3. 2 over 3. Okay? Any question? Any question? Now, the probability of an event. In general, we already mentioned about this probability for any event. This is n small over n capital. N small means number of outcomes on event A. The capital letter of n, this is number of outcomes on sample space. Okay, this is the n small and n capital. Look at this example, and we need to apply these rules. Statistic class, and we have a class, and we doing the statistic for engineering. engineering in some class. We have 25 industrial, 25 of a student, 10 of a student mechanical, 10 electrical, and 8 civil. All of these student engineering. Okay, so we have four type of engineering: industrial, mechanical, electrical, and civil engineering. If a person is randomly selected, only one person by an instructor, okay, meaning tutors or doctor, to answer a question, find the probability of the student choose is, if the student is industrial engineering major. So the probability of A here equal the number of industrial that equal 25 over all student. All student equal what? Industrial equal 25. 10 mechanical. 10 electrical. And 8 this civil. This equal what? 20 to 45, 53. So we have 53. This is the probability of if we select the student industrial. A civil engineering that equal what? Civil engineering 8 student and electrical engineering equal 10. Or means plus. Yani if this is in the civil equal C and electrical equal E, okay, so the C union E in civil, the student selected civil or electrical. This is mean union, and this mean because this is exclusive events. This is equal BC plus BE. Probability of civil equal 8 over 53 plus electrical 10 over 53. That equal 18 over 53. Any question? Look at the rules of probability. We have many rules. The first rule is for complement. If we have event E, the complement E bar. This is the E bar complement. We know the complement, and for example, if S equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the event equal 2, 4. So the E complement equal what? All in the sample space, but remove the element that founded in E. So we have 1, 3, 5, and 6. Must be the intersection between E and complement E equal 5. Okay. So the E union E complement must be have the sample space. Now the probability of event bar or complement of event equal what? 1 minus probability of E. So if we have the probability of E, we can find the probability of the complement. For example, if BE equal 1/3. B A bar must be equal 1 minus 1/3 that equal 2/3. The probability of a complement and probability complement of A and probability of A must be equal 1. Okay, this is very important. The probability of A plus probability of E complement must be equal 0, equal 1, sorry. Okay. Now, any probability of the complement, this is equal 1 minus probability of E. Also, probability of E, we can find the probability of A if given the complement, 1 minus complement, like this. Example, if the probability that person lives in industrialized country of the world is 1/5. So, probability to live in this country equal, for example, A or E, no problem, equal 1/5. Find the probability that person does not live in industrial country. So we need, this is live industrial, this is not live complement. This means complement, not live. So this is equal 1 minus B of E, that equal 1 minus 1/5 equal 4/5. This is the probability of person select that doesn't live in industrial country. Another rules, if we have two events A and B mutually exclusive, okay, this mean mutually exclusive, this mean A intersection B must be equal 5. Okay, yani if we select the day from the week, what's the probability? It's Friday, and because the intersection and Sunday. Friday and Sunday, this is impossible. The day selected Friday and Sunday, no. Okay, so the intersection between them equal 5. The probability A or B or means union and means intersection. Okay, so the union, the probability of A union B equal union A, the probability of A, sorry, plus probability of B. Then we have three events, all mutually exclusive. Probability A union B union C, this is equal probability A union plus probability of B plus probability of C. Look at this. A day of a week is selected randomly. In the week, we have 7 days. Find the probability that is a weekend day. Weekend day means Saturday or Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday. So we need to find the probability F, or means what? Union, Saturday. This equal, we have intersection between Friday and Saturday? No, we don't have any intersection. Okay, this is mutually exclusive. The day Friday, this is different the day Saturday. So we have a probability of Friday plus probability of Saturday. Probability of a Friday. How many Friday in the week? 1. How many day in the week? 7. All outcomes 7. The event equal 1 plus 1 over 7. This is equal 2 over 7. This is the probability that they select, maybe weekend. Now, another rules of probability. If A and B not mutually exclusive. Not mutually exclusive, this is not 5. Okay, mutually exclusive means 5. The intersection means 5. Mutually exclusive, but not mutually exclusive. This means not equal 5. So the probability A or B, A or this is union, like this. This is equal what? Probability of A plus probability of B minus the intersection, minus the probability of A minus, A intersection B. Also, if we have 3 events and all of these not mutually exclusive, this is the first plus the second plus the third, okay, minus the intersection between all 2 events, A with B, A with C, and C with B. And last one, this is the probability of what? This is the probability of intersection between all events. So again, probability of A, probability of B, probability of C minus the intersection between 2 events, A with B, A with C, B with C. But the last probability is plus intersection of all events. Okay. Now we can also find the intersection between A and B complement by this rules. This is very important rules to find the probability in case we have complement. A complement B directly. B of A minus B the intersection like this. Put it this is as minus. Minus, remove this one, minus probability A with B intersection. Now, what is the probability that a total of 2 or 12 when pair is dies is total? Probability, the event, the pair dice yani means we have 2 dices and the sum equal 5. The sum equal 5. In this case, we have 36 outcome, okay? Because the first dice 6, the second 6, so we have the sample space with 36. Now, the sum equal 5, this equal 1 and 4, 4 and 1, 2 with 3, 3 with 2, 4 listed, just. So we have 4 outcomes, 12, 6, and 6 only. Okay. We need the probability of what? The total of 5 or what's the meaning or? Or means if we have this, for example, A, and this is the event B, this equal A or yani union B. Okay. This equal what? Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This equal probability of A equal what? 4 element. This is 4 over 36 plus B 1 over 36 minus the intersection between A and B. We don't have A intersection B 5. A intersection B, we have 5. No element between A and B. So the probability of phi equal what? Equal 0. So we have 5 over 36. This is the probability that the total 5 or 12. Any question? Okay, another example. John is going to graduate from the industrial engineering department in an university by the end of the semester. After beginning interview at the two company A and B, for example, he accesses that his B probability of getting an offer from the company A is 0.8. Yani probability of A equals 0.8 in interview accept the job. And the probability of getting an offer from company B is probability of B equal 0.6. If he believes that the probability that he will get offers from both means A and B and an intersection. So this means probability of A and B. This equals 0.5. Now we will get at least one offer, just one offer at least, okay, from these two companies. At least one offer, yani maybe we need probability A or B. This mean equal what? Probability A union B. This equal, in case union, we have the rules B of A plus B of B minus the intersection. Like this. Probability of A equal 0.8. Probability of B equals 0.6 minus an intersection 0.5. So this is equal 0.9. This is can get at least one offer from these two companies. Number two, he will get an offer from only one. From only one, yani means probability of A, but not B, not means complement, or plus probability B intersection with A complement, like this. يعني the company A accept John but B reject, okay, or B accept and A reject, okay. So we have only one company offer from one company. This equal B of A minus B the intersection A intersection B Okay, this is the first minus the second, P of B minus the intersection. This equal probability of A equal 0.8 minus the intersection 0.5 minus probability of B 0.6 minus then probability of intersection 0.5. So from the first one we have 0.3, okay, or plus, sorry, in a plus 0.3 or 0.1. So we have 0.4. 0.4. This is the get offer from only one company. Maybe A accept the John or B reject, or B accept and A reject John. Any question? This is the answer. Okay, another example. If the probability that an automobile mechanic will service 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 or more car on the week work day respectively, this is the probability 0.12, 1928, and so on. Okay, and more 0.07. What is the probability that it will service at least 5? At least 5 يعني الإيفنت here service 3, 4, at least 5 يعني على الأقل يعني 5 or more 6 7 8 and more. Okay, so the probability of E equal service 5. This is the service 5, 0.28, service 6, 0.24, plus service 7, 0.1, plus 8, sorry, wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and more. Okay, we don't have more. Okay, so this is the event. Okay, event bar the complement equal what? Services 3 or 4. So if we need two services 5, at least 5, and 5 or more, this equal 1 minus probability of even complement. This equal 1 minus complement. This is just 3 or 4. 3, 4. Probability to services 3, 0.12. 4, 0.19. So we have 1 minus 1, 3, 0 point. That equal 0.969. Okay, this is the 69. Independent event. Independent event, if the fact that A occurs does not affect the probability of B. And if A appear, this is dependent on the second experiment B or event B. In general, the independent A intersection B or A and B, this equal B of A multiply B of B. So if we need to verify this is independent or not independent, multiply the event to event. Okay, if the result equal probability of intersection, so this is independent event. The coin is flipped and die is rolled. So we have coin we have 2, and die we have 6. So all outcomes equal what? Equal 12. Sample space equal 12. Find the probability that getting ahead on the coin and means intersection. Probability ahead and 4 on the die. 4 and F on the die. This is equal probability of head multiply probability of F, because the flipped coin, this is not effect on the die roulette. So this is independent. This equal the head 1/2 and 1 over the sample space of this one. 1/2, the head 1/2, because the sample space head or tail. So we have 1/2 multiply probability of 4. This is equal 1/6, because the sample space equals 6. So we have only 1/4/6. This is equal 1/12. So if we flipped the coin and rolled the die, what's the probability? Head and 4 equal 1/12. Another example, approximately 9% of men have a type of color blindness that prevents them of distinguishing between red and green. If 3 men are selected randomly, find the probability that all of them will be have this type. Okay, will be have يعني blindness. The first one blindness, and the second blindness, the third blindness. This is independent. Why? If we select a man, and this is blindness color, this is not effect on another select of another man or the second man. Okay, so this is equal B of A multiply B of A multiply B of A. Probability this blindness equals 0.9. This is 0. This is 9/100. This is equal 0.09. So this is equal 0.09 multiply 0.09 multiply 0.09. That equal this number. So if we select in some population 3 mean, and all of them color blindness, this is equal, look at this number, 0.000729. This is the independent. Conditional probability. What's the meaning conditional probability? We need to find the probability of B given A, must A given. So this denoted by probability of B, and this is conditional. This is conditional. sign. Okay, but given A, this is very important formula. The probability of B conditional A or given A, this equal probability of intersection between them, A and B, over B, over probability of A. Okay, this is A, the conditional given. Yani if we need to find the probability of, for example, E conditional, for example, W, this means probability of E intersection W over what? Over this one, probability of W. Okay. Now, when two events are dependent, okay, the probability of both occur equal like this. If this is dependent, if independent, probability of intersection equal the probability of A multiply probability of B. This is independent. But the intersection in dependent, this is equal probability of A multiply probability of B given A or conditional A. Example about conditional probability. Look at this table. We have survey for 10 people, male, female, okay? And if he armed forces should be permitted to practice in combat. يعني the result male يعني yes or no. This is participate sorry on combat yes or no and select 10 people 100 people. Male we have 50 male and 50 female. Male called yes 32, called no 18. Female called yes 8, called no equal 48. And the total of all called yes equal 40, all called no equal 60. All of student equal 100. Now, the question is, the respondent answered yes. Given شوف answered yes يعني probability we need probability yes given must be put it like this. Respondent was female. This equal probability called yes and female over probability of female. Okay. Intersection between Y and F and in denominator equal the conditional probability of female. This equal probability of intersection previous probability of intersection yes and male. Yes and male, this is yes and male. 8, okay, over what? Yes and male. 8 over what? 8 over 100. All student 100 is sample space. Okay, so this is 8 over 100. Okay, the female, probability female, the female 50 over 100. Remove 100 with 100, so we have 8 over 50. 8 over 50. That equals 4 over 25. Okay, or 16%. This is okay. Now, the respondent was male, يعني probability male, given, okay, the answered no, so this is probability male and no over no. So man and no answered no. This is man and answered no. 18 over 100, all student. Answered no. How many answered no? 60. 60 over 100. Remove 100, so we have 18 over 60. That equal 9 over 30. Okay? 9 over we can simplify it, yeah? Divide over 3 over 10. So this is equal 0.3. This like this. Okay. Any question? In this example, at the end of this example, we finished the tutorial number 6. Any question?